Colonel, your mission, should you choose to accept it, to show people how to make another great recipe.
All right. So Benjamin, what am I going to do with when after you leave? I'm going to just be like these boring.
Yeah, you're just going to have a tripod here.
No, I'll be like,
hi guys.
hey, So believe it or not, tonight is not Mission Impossible. Tonight is Mission Easy. Possible? Mission Possible?
Mission simple to do.
Simple to do. That would be a boring show.
That would be the boring show. That would be the guy in an office cubicle doing taking care of the paperwork while Tom Cruise goes and does stuff.
What about those guys in the Impossible Mission Force, IMF? They got pencil pushers working there, right?
Yeah.
Well, they don't ever show movies about them, do they?
No. Nobody wants to watch that.
A couple of things today. Drinking myself some sweet tea. So
we are in the South.
Yeah. Yes, we are. And what we're going to make today, so we talked about this on our video chat you might have seen from before, but California Dreamin', it's a big favorite. Actually, Mom and Bucky started taking us there back in the mid-'80s to California Dreamin' up in Columbia, South Carolina. And one of the things there was love the prime rib, love the baked potato soup there. And we went there the other night after they opened after the quarantine stuff. So they finally opened back up, so we're excited. We're going to go there. I'm looking forward to, prime rib, the house salad with the house dressing, baked potato soup. Nowhere to be found where the prime rib's gone off the menu, baked potato soup off the menu. So the Ravishing Mrs. Ritter went online, found this great recipe, which I'm going to make for you today. It's pretty simple. So it's baked potato soup. Okay. So first thing I did, actually, I kind of got a head start on you. I went ahead and I fried up a pack of bacon, and I set all of that to the side. I've got some onion already minced up. I've got this is one medium-sized onion. And I've got about 6 to 8 stalks or ribs, I guess, let me have it. Just leave that there. So ribs of celery that I used there and chopped that up as well. And then I've got about 6 potatoes, about medium-sized potatoes that I kind of cubed up. So all that's kind of set to go. I've got 2/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour ready to go. And then we'll kind of, as we go along here. So you cook what I did when I cleaned all this up, a couple of things here, just to kind of in this whole spirit of frugal, southernfrugal.com. There it is, those of you who've been asking for it, southernfrugal.com, there you go. Stuff like this, the tops here, the celery, I typically, back in the old days, I would throw it away, but I hate throwing stuff like this away in trash, because it's going to rot in the landfill. So why don't I use this for out here in the green space? When I had a compost bin, I would put it in there and break it down, and there's my soil for next year. But I'm going to put this out there for my forest friends, or if they don't get to it, then it'll break down and it'll go back into the soil. A great suggestion I had from somebody was, whoever you were, thank you. And when I peeled these potatoes, I washed them off real good, and then I peeled them. And again, in the past, I would throw them away, which I don't. Then I'll put them in the compost bin. But actually, what I did today was, based on a suggestion from one of our viewers, I took them and I just fried them in a little bit of oil. So they're making some nice potato chips, and Benjamin hasn't even... Here, you want one, Benjamin? Thanks.
Oh, I've been munching
they're like they're like potato chips, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good.
And when the skin on it too is really... gives it a nice flavor. Ben even having a better idea. What's your idea of doing with them? What would you do with them?
So I put some salt and blue cheese on them. Make some blue cheese chips.
Blue cheese chips. Tasty. So come on over here. So I fried up a pack of bacon, and then you're looking for on that. Just cook it over medium low or medium heat. What we really want to do is get the grease off. Okay, so there's a lot of grease in there. I'm heating it up now, And what I want to do now is and I take the bacon off, and I want to fry up the onions. So I've got the oil heating up here. I'm going to put the onions in, and that I just want to soften the onions and the celery. Soften them up. Now I'll just put them all in there. Now again, this recipe, like most easy recipes, are pretty scalable. So if you don't like onions, don't put onions. Don't like celery, don't put celery. You want to put carrots in it, sure, heard of that. But so you can see these things just, that grease goes right into them, and all we're doing is just kind of low, medium heat here, just kind of soften them up. We're gonna do it all in one pan here, so I'll cook this. So how you doing today, Benjamin?
Great.
Look forward to getting back.
Yep.
Been doing a lot of training, huh?
Yes, I have. Had to prove you wrong that you think I just don't do anything all day. I haven't even played a video game today.
You did?
Is that crazy? I have not.
Oh my goodness.
And it's like 6:30.
I know, it's like suffering.
I know, it's
Okay,
crazy.
so like I said in a minute, so this is...
That was really uneven.
that was
That was like the I'm losing oxygen SOS.
So we're gonna cook these out, and as these soften up, cook out, it cooks that water out of them, but just kind of keep them from burning. Now you probably could cook it even lower, the bacon, because you see all those little black spots in there, Benjamin.
Yeah.
So this is probably not going to be the prettiest soup, but you know, Mom always said the ugliest biscuits taste best. Is that true for soup? The ugliest soup tastes the best?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So as soon as it's tender, what we'll do, I got the flour standing by here. We'll cook these for a little bit longer. So when the onions and the celery kind of tenderize a little bit, we're going to add flour, and that's going to kind of make because you got the oil, and we're going to make it. This is going to kind of make a roux for our gravy. Well, not for gravy, for the soup. It's going to kind of thicken it up. That's where you're going to get the thickness with the soup, the hardiness. So this is a pretty thick soup, and we're gonna serve it with chives and some cheddar and crumbled bacon on top. So I'm looking forward to that. It's good hearty soup. It's good stuff. So it's still cold in some place of the country, I guess, or is it? I don't know. It's June. I guess way up in the northern Montana, maybe it's.
Well, in Connecticut, it snowed a couple weeks ago.
Yikes. That's just crazy. Crazy talk, man.
Crazy. It hasn't been cold here since like February.
It wasn't even cold in February.
True.
I can remember some years as a kid growing up wearing shorts at Christmas time here in South Carolina.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's good. Sometimes bad. And when you watch the news and you see like 6 feet of snow somewhere, it's like, oh man, that's crazy. So just kind of cooking it over low, medium here for a little bit. Starting to cook some of the water out of the veggies here, softening them up. And at some point in here, then we'll go ahead and add our flour in. So this is 2/3 of a cup. See how this goes. We want to mix it in real good, real well. That's really gonna soak that grease up, isn't it?
Yep.
Mix it in real good. This is that fake looking hamburger meat we were talking about the other day, right?
I'd probably eat that right now.
Put it on a burger? Man, that'd be good. Or put it on a hamburger bun?
Yeah. Put it with the hamburger.
Huh. Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Mix it with a hamburger meat?
Yeah.
It would be oniony, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like onions.
All right, so let not your heart be troubled here. We're seeing this gelatinous glob here on the pan.
It will be soup.
It will be soup. Let not your heart be troubled.
Do not worry.
All right.
Just a little magic. Just a little pinch of magic.
Now what I got now is chicken stock. So I'm gonna go. Let's just start going here with this. So this is just old chicken stock, regular old chicken stock. So there's 2 cups. That's probably going to be 3 there. 3. I'm shooting for 6.
This is 1 quart.
Yeah. How many cups in a quart? 4 cups, right? 4 cups in a quart. It's 2, and then 1 more.
I don't remember.
That'll be 6 cups of chicken stock. So again, you could probably now. Actually the recipe I have, I'm doubling it. So if you look at the recipe, look down below in the comments there in the details, you'll see I'll put the recipe down there. I'll put down there what I use, and you can basically divide that in half and make, half this.
Wow.
Imagine that. So divide it in half, and then it'll be half. So kind of stir it till it's all mixed. And then we want to bring this back up to a simmer. And we're going to let it simmer for half an hour. As this heats up, it'll start breaking down more. What else going on, Ben?
No, it's just going back, getting ready, doing some trainings, get ready.
All right. Now I've got my 6 potatoes here. I'm going to go ahead and add that back in, and I'm going to bring all of this back up to a simmer, and we're going to let it simmer for about 30 minutes or so, 30 minutes to 45 minutes, just simmer, and it's going to it'll soften the potatoes up, break the potatoes down, and it'll continue to thicken the soup up, and then we'll add our other ingredients. So that was 6 potatoes going in there. That should be enough for us tonight, I think.
Yeah.
So continuing to mix this up, and you see the color, and you see the flour and all the, it's breaking down and mixing in. That's how it's going to get thick. So all right, so what we'll do, we're going to bring that up, so probably another half hour to 45 minutes or so. Just look and see when the potatoes soften up and the soup's got a nice bubbling going, and then we'll add our other ingredients in. So we'll be right back. When we get to that point, we'll take the next step. So see you in a minute. All right, so it's been about a half hour. Now, again, the thicker you cut the potatoes, the longer it takes for them to get done. But if you're wondering when they're done, you just kind of take one out and try it, and I did earlier, and it's soft, it's cooked through. So that's all ready to go. So we're ready for our next round of ingredients. So what we're going to do now, I added like a half teaspoon of kosher salt, needed it, and then we're going to add some pepper. And again, you don't have to. That's about a teaspoon of black pepper. You don't have to. And while it was slow simmering, kind of bubbling, just every now and then give it a stir too to kind of keep it from sticking on the bottom there. So we got some heavy cream. Come around this side, buddy. We got some heavy cream.
Why don't you just put the stuff over here?
So we're going to go with 2 cups of heavy cream. And basically you just kind of put all this in and then bring it back up to a simmer. So we'll heat it back up again in about 10 minutes. So got 2 cups of sour cream are going to go in here as well. So this is what's going to kind of lighten it up a little bit because it's kind of looking dark. All that bacon grease and all. So got that. Go with another cup here, which I think is probably this whole thing, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think so. That's probably 2 cups in one of these containers. Can't go wrong with sour cream, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then kind of just mix that all in and bring it back up to a simmer to heat it back up. So that's probably going to be about another 10 minutes. And then our soup, might get this all mixed in for you here so you can see. That's always the thing with cooking. It takes a little bit of faith, doesn't it? Because boy, when you first kind of looking at it, you're going, man, I don't know how this is going to turn out.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe it just don't look so good.
Sometimes you got to just trust the recipe and it'll cook down and
yeah.
those potatoes soften up and mix in there good. So, and I'm gonna taste this in a little bit if I need to add a touch more salt. You just got to be careful with that because once it gets too salty, now you're in trouble, right?
Yeah.
You can't sweeten it, can you?
No.
Don't even try,
Don't
right?
do that.
We talked about that with the chili that year.
Times.
Yeah, so that's all mixed in good. So I'm going to bring that back into another simmer. And we'll give it about that's probably going to be about another 10, 15 minutes. And it should be ready to go. We'll make us up a bowl. Over here I've got my, oh, I forgot. Almost let me forget, Ben. I got my basil cut up here. I'm going to add this in. This is just basil, just probably like 8 leaves of basil out of my front yard garden. Basil's going to go right in. I'll mix it in. Got some crusty bread warming up in the oven to eat with this. Oh, got the smell-o-meter on?
Yeah.
Can you smell it? Can you smell it? Smells pretty good, doesn't it? Oh, that's gonna be good. All right. So again, if you were lactose intolerant, you could probably substitute the heavy cream with like coconut milk or something like that, or almond milk, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
So, or, you know, I've read some things too about if you got raw milk around where you live. I've heard that's actually, if you're lactose intolerant, it's actually better on your stomach than goat's milk is. Raw cow's milk. They don't pasteurize it, and there's some states that outlaw it, but more and more communities and states are starting to get to where they realize that, you know, as long as your cows are healthy and they're checked for TB, you really got nothing to worry about these days. If it's a reputable place, keep it clean. There's a place down the street that used to sell it raw milk, and it's richer and tastes better, and the enzymes that are in the milk that the cow produces help the calf digest the milk. All those are killed off and destroyed when you pasteurize it. That's why it's so hard to digest milk for a lot of people. And but the raw milk, I kind of have trouble sometimes with milk myself, but that raw milk, no problem at all. It's tasty. So I don't know if you ever had that or tried that, or if you got your own cow and you drink that and never had problems, just let us know. Be a nice little discussion. So we're going to bring this back up to a simmer here, so about another 15 minutes. We'll come back, make us up a bowl. We'll be ready to eat. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So let's come over here and so we've got a nice little simmer. It's got a nice color now. It's not so dark. So my faith is restored in recipes. So what I'm going to do is kind of ladle this out some. So it's pretty thick, and you can see, make sure you get some potatoes with it. Put some in the bowl here. Nice thick soup. Okay, and then we got here is some shredded cheese. Now you can shred it yourself. Obviously, that's what Mom always did. She shredded it herself. We had this already, shredded cheese. This is that bacon that we fried up at the beginning. And then these are chives from my garden in the front yard, or on the front porch. So my hands are clean. So just put a little bit of cheese on the top here with some bacon. And a little chives, get that nice onion flavor. And there you go, baked potato soup. We get my spoon here, try myself some. That's good, just like it. Great with the bacon and cheese. So, real simple, nice and easy, and nah, I don't feel so bad that California Dreaming doesn't serve it anymore. Now I can make it myself, so it's awesome. So, any questions, Benjamin?
Nope.
So, this impossible mission made possible.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thanks for your help today, Benjamin.
Yep.
All right. So, hope you enjoyed it. Check out the recipe down below. Real easy. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. All right. Like the video. And appreciate everything. And this is Colonel Sam. Over and out.